Welcome to Hey Clarity. I'm your host, Lindsay, and today we're doing an Akashic Records collective reading for the month of June. The questions that we're going to ask are, what's the general vibe of June? What's the energy of the first week, second week, third week, and fourth week? And then what's the most important message we need to know? Let's get into it. First question, what is the general vibe for the month of June? They're showing like swirls, like a whirlpool, a very slowly moving whirlpool, a spinning, but I'm not feeling overwhelmed by it. Things are moving, and the spinning is almost like things are being slowly like presented to us. And it's kind of nice because it's like something might be presented and you might not know how you feel about it, but it doesn't like go away. It like can come back around. So they're kind of like your options and your opportunities are like spinning in your orbit. And I'm curious about whirlpool. Like, why a whirlpool? Okay. The whirlpool is like the element of water and like representing like our feelings and emotions about it. So the motion, the movement, the feelings and the emotions that come as we're being presented with options and opportunities. So it's like a nice checking point to be like, this thing is in front of you. Do you want it? Yes. Are you sure? It feels steady. There's like a really nice steadiness to it. And it's a bit of like either way, everything's okay. Like you can take it or leave it. You can come and go. There's something really easy, but options and opportunities are presented to us in this kind of like gentle way. Anything else? The general vibe of June. They're just saying options and opportunities orbiting. And then you're checking in. Do you want this? Yes or no? Are you sure? And they're even saying like, take your time. Like these, like make these decisions. They're saying make your decisions based on a hell yes. Like make it on a hell yes. And know the difference between being excited and anxious. And they're saying, get clear about that. Is your heart beating where it's like in your upper chest and chakras? Because that's usually excitement. The nervousness is when it goes down. Your gut instincts, your body starts being like, no. But if it's like uplifting, that's more excitement. If it's dropping down into your gut, if it's your gut instincts are being impacted, if it's, messing with digestion, right? So it's like, listen to your body. If it's feeling lighter and uplifting, like, yes, that's a hell yes. And if it's dropping down and like impacting you in a way that makes you feel like miserable and uncomfortable, then it's probably your no. They're saying a clear no. Clear no. Okay. Tell us about the first week of June. What's the energy in the first week of June? They're like heartbeat, and then they said like heartbreak, but it's a different kind of heartbreak. And they're showing it's like an egg cracking as like an egg breaking. What the fuck is that? Sorry. That's just okay. Sorry. Heartbeat, heartbreak, like to be open. There's something about any impact or heartbreak that you may be experiencing. the grief from this one feels better, almost like it's allowing you to be open. Like there's a love and a vulnerability. There's a vulnerability that's coming out of this. Why the egg? Fragile. The egg is the fragile. So crack, the heartbreak, crack, it's fragile. But the grief turns away into love very quickly. So any like pain, any like heart-centered pain makes way for love very quickly. So don't worry about heartbreak if you're experiencing that. They're like, it's a pouring out of love, because it's like the thing that you wanted or believed in that's breaking your heart, it's almost like the expectations and the love of it spill really beautifully into something else. Almost like it had to happen for your heart to open and to be open and to be vulnerable and to be outpouring this love of you. I wanted that thing. I loved that thing or that person, whatever. And it opens up in a way that allows others to sense and like pick up on that love, like that very like true aligned vulnerability. They just said humanness. So they're like, express. They always do that. Express it. You know, express your vulnerability. Talk about it. Today sucks. I'm hurting. My heart hurts. I went through this. I went through that. The unfolding of it. And they're kind of just like, everybody understands. Like everybody understands when you love something or love someone, you know, the disappointment, the expectations, the loss, the grief. Everybody understands. So when you say that, it's universal. They're like universal love. Universal. Heartbreak is universal. Love is universal. These things are universal. So when you express yourself and talk about them, it's better for you. But I'm also just getting like, be open to love as you're grieving, as you're letting go and releasing something. They're like, it's like a return to your humanness and everybody else's. We all see ourselves. We see reflections of ourselves in each other when we around vulnerabilities with love. They're saying it's like the true nature of our humanness, and yet we protect it and we guard it, we hide it. We don't always like to share it, but sometimes our hearts get broken so that we can be a reflection and a reminder to ourselves and others of our humanness, of our love. So they're kind of like, allow the outpouring of your love, of your grief. Second week. What is the energy of the second week of June? I'm getting stronger. I'm like stronger. And it's like, because of that first week and the outpouring of love and the feedback and the reflections and the support and the care and the compassion that you received, you feel stronger. And you're like, I'm okay. Like, I got this. And like, this is real. Like, the pain is real. And it will move through. The movement will move through me, and it will subside over time, or it'll get easier over time. But you start to feel strength, they're saying, and like vitality, because you're also being fed and fueled by the people around you. They're like supported, like to be supportive, to be supported. And they're saying like this scenario could be taking place on either side. So you might be witnessing people going through a heartbreak, and you will be, this compassionate outpouring of love towards that person, or you could be going through the heart. It could be either on either end of this, but that we'll be witnessing this like outpouring of love stemming from some loss or grief. So in the second week, we're stronger. We feel fed and fueled by the people around us, and it's like you're like, I can get through this. I'll be okay. I got good people around me, or I have support around me. What's the energy of the third week of June? What's the energy of the third week of June? Calling it out. Calling what out? The third week seems, they're like reactions. There might be some reactivity. They just said bitterness, triggering. They just said darkness, collective. It feels other. It feels outside of us, in the world. And it's almost like, don't forget the last 2 weeks of like this love and support and this strength. Because it's like something happens in the third week collectively that is like aggressive. It's a lot of darkness. Ugly, very ugly. And because we're still, some of us may still be in this vulnerable place of healing from a heartbreak, it could hit us and kind of like make us think that we're being like set back in this like movement forward. They're kind of like, you go back, you go forward, you go back, you go forward, you go back. And like sometimes it's like we go forward so far in our personal lives, or we feel so optimistic and great in our personal lives, and then the world shows us that these like greater, bigger experiences they look like a hindrance, and they kind of like make us or force us to want to shut down. So let me see again. They're kind of like go under it, not avoidance, like pay attention to it, tap into it, like be present with it, but don't let it block you, stop you, or be an obstacle in like this movement, this momentum of moving forward. Because it's like, whew, like go under it. Yes, it's there. This thing is there. Go under. Whatever this collective obstacle is that's presented to us. Anything else about the third week? They're like undercover. That could mean something else. Let's see. What's undercover? Oh, there's something sneaky. There's like sneakiness. I mean, go figure. Okay. So there's something in our world that isn't so cool happening in the third week of June. But like, don't let it mess again with your movement forward. How can we best, okay, they said go under. Something's undercover. They're repeating undercover. So just note that word for the third week of June. Something about undercover and sneakiness. Great. Okay, what is the energy of the fourth week of June? I'm seeing a sunrise, like a sun coming up on the horizon. And I'm not even kidding, they're showing me like the Lion King and that intro song. I'm definitely not singing that. But why? And I'm seeing Rafiki, who they're saying is like representing like a wise elder, a humorous wise elder. Okay, why are you guys showing us the Lion King? Life cycles, the circle of life. Okay, so reference to again the song. Why? They're like a life of cycles. And they're like the sun goes down, we go into darkness, and then the sun comes back up. Like the sun goes down and it always comes back up. Like we revolve in these cycles, these life cycles. Why is this important about the last week? The horizon. Okay, we keep, they're saying, teetering. We're witnessing and observing this darkness and this light, the darkness and the new dawn, the old paradigms and this new paradigm that we so desperately crave and need and desire and want to live in. We want to create this. And so they're like flipping out. We're teetering on how we are managing coping with the darkness and like holding on to that horizon, holding on to the sunrise in front of us. And they have been saying this through multiple moon readings and monthly readings since last summer. They've been telling us to keep focusing on this horizon, to keep focusing on the sun at the horizon line. Just keep focusing on that. They're like, we need you to be running towards that, like at full force, in your optimism, in your hope, in your faith, in your dreams come true for the future. It doesn't necessarily mean you need to physically in the material world be sprinting and working so hard to get there, because it is going to take time, but they want you to hold the vision. Hold your vision for this new horizon. Hold your vision for the sun. And with like optimistic thinking, positive thinking, continue believing in your dreams coming true. We really have to hold that vision. So that's the last week of June, is this horizon line and staying focused on it. Okay, what's the most important message we need to know about June? What's the most important message we need to know about June? They're like, we get really serious as humans and we play out very serious actions and reactions to light and dark. And they're saying there's like two sides, there's two extremes of everything. And there's